Hi everyone, welcome to this video, and in this video we are now going to explore circles and the arcs in circle. Hi everyone, so this is a circle where the center is A and there are points in the circle such as B, F, C, E, and D, and G as well. Now, what I'm going to discuss now is about the arc. So the arc is a segment in a circle. So as you can see, it's a segment. Remember, the circle is this one. It's a set of points. So there's a segment from F to B, B to D, D to G, G to E, E to C, then C to F. So those are arcs. Now, however, the arcs could be named or categorized, or there are some that you could identify. As you can see, you have now segment EF. Segment EF is a diameter, right? Because it's a chord that passes through the center, which is A. So that's a diameter. Now, if there is a diameter, you can now consider the arc EF as what we call the, again, let me just have this one so that you would see the arc EF, right? The arc EF, we could call that as your semicircle. Okay? That's a standard. If there is a diameter, that is now a semicircle. Okay, as you can see, EF. So when you write that, that is now arc EF. Or you could say it's arc FE. So that's now how you're going to see now an arc. And that's a semicircle. Okay? So if there is a semicircle, now I created as well one segment from C to D. That's also diameter. Now, as you can see, there's an intersection of EF and CD at A. And this is 90 degrees because they are perpendicular. But not all diameter are perpendicular. However, I use this to be as a guide so that there will be perpendicularity. Remember, if they're perpendicular, they're 90 degree. Now, as you can see here, from from point E, let me just change the color so that you can see from point E to point C, this arc is known as a quadrant. Okay, so that's a quadrant, and a quadrant is a half of a semicircle, so that's 1/4. Remember, the semicircle is 180. This is 180, and quadrant is, oops, let me have that, let me erase that so that there will be color coordination. So that would be 90 degrees, as you can see. So that would be the arc. Okay, I think we're good because you would see with that. Now let's talk on how you categorize arc. Arc could be categorized. Before that, we could now write that as arc EC or arc. Oh, let me have it. Okay, arc EC. When you write that, so that we have now category on it. So that's how you work that out. Now, let's have now on the category of this circle. So let me just erase this one so that everything would be clear. Okay. So you know what's a semicircle and a quadrant is. Now, if the arc is more than 180, we call that as, if that's more than 180, when we say more than 180, for example, my starting point is E, going to B. That's more than 180. We don't know the measure. However, the standard is that EF is 180, the arc EF. However, we can have now arc. Now, however, in when you have this one, arc E, then there's a B. However, you need to put a letter in between E and B so that it will be a reference. So for example, it passes through the C so that we can see now arc ECB. That is now what we call a major arc because it is more than 180 degrees. Okay? Now, if we have now this one, for example, if it is now less than, well, let's have this color. Let's have this color violet. If we have now this one, EB as well from E to B, but that is less than 180. However, when you put that, we have now arc E. Put now a reference so that it passes through G and then B. So that would be now a minor arc because it is now less than 180 degrees. So that's how you categorize now an arc in a circle. So there's a major and minor arc, but you need to understand first what is a semicircle and a quadrant, and an arc is a segment in a circle. I hope you learned something about arc, such as what's the definition of an arc, what is a semicircle, quadrant, and the difference between a minor arc and a major arc. I hope you learned something. If you have any question, you can drop in your questions in the comment section so that I could answer it. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.